I've spent a lot of time in comment sections arguing why Hiruzen Sarutobi is actually a pretty good Hokage. At least he's better than what people make him seem to be, because the way people break down Hiruzen's legacy, they make it seem like he's the worst Kage of them all, he didn't accomplish anything, and he was a good for nothing. And really that's insulting the third the whole time. So this is a discussion video talking about that. You might not see too many visuals, but if your ears work, you'll hear exactly where I'm coming from. Hiruzen just wanted to keep the peace. If you look at the Hokages previously, you got the first Hokage who was involved in the first Great Ninja War. And when everything was said and done, he had access to all the tail beasts and ended up giving them out to other villages. Because you know what? Why argue over the pie if we all can have a slice of it? So then this is supposed to calm everybody down, what you did for a little bit, and folks start fighting again. Now we had the second Great Ninja War, which is where Tobirama croaked. The second Hokage lost to some folks from the Cloud Village, and that's when he made Hiruzen the third Hokage right then and there. And now so Hiruzen had to lead the Leaf Village through the second Great Ninja War and the third Great Ninja War. And the third Great Ninja War is when folks like Obito got crushed and the Orochimaru Jiraiya and Tsunade became Sannin and stuff like that was going on behind the scenes. So this is the third Great Ninja War and a lot of stuff didn't happen. A lot of lives have been lost and this bloodshed is ridiculous. So now Danzo's saying, hey, Hiruzen got to get out of office because he's not leading us the right way we need to go. Hiruzen wanted to sign a peace treaty and end the war. Danzo wanted to keep fighting. So even though that peace treaty got signed, Danzo was still, man, we done lost a lot of lives and it's all because of him. He need to get out of office. And that's when Hiruzen stepped down and said, you know what, we do need some fresh blood in here. And they voted Minato. Danzo was trying to get Orochimaru. Hey, Shikamaru Pop said, we need to get Minato up in here. Minato getting in office, as short as that was, died instantly. Now the third got to come back unless we want to get Danzo or Orochimaru in office. So now he's serving his back-to-back term, and this is where people start criticizing him as being a terrible Kage. And the reasons that they give for labeling him as a terrible Kage are just wild. Like, oh, he treated Naruto bogus. He had Naruto living in the hood. They done showed plenty of flashback episodes and parallel episodes of Naruto's parents living in that same crib. What folks really know about a ninja hood? Naruto was living good. Go ask those sound ninjas was Naruto in the hood. They was over there literally fighting for bread. Naruto had the crib his people used to live in too. And all honesty, good thing he kept the house. He could have sold it, flipped it. Well, somebody he lived in the hood. Come on now. Well, he had spoiled milk in his crib. That's not the Kage fault that Naruto ain't clean up after himself. He had milk and he ain't throw it away when it went bad. That ain't the third fault. Well, he said he was going to take care of Naruto, and he told the fourth Hokage, didn't he? Naruto was in school. Hey, it was really, the ninja world is tough. There was plenty of kids, so I got ninja testimonies on how when they was a child, they had a real rough life. No school, no family, no nothing. Hey, Sarutobi made sure Naruto had something. Most talking about because Naruto lived messy, that's the Hokage fault. That is not the Kage's fault because Naruto ain't clean up after himself. Because when they went to Sasuke crib was, hey, smelling like Febreze. He fold the laundry as soon as he take it out, take his shoes off at the door. That's just how he lived. And you can't say that's the Hokage fault either. Mother just cut from two different cloths. So yeah, Mother's talking about, people was mean to Naruto. He could have said something about that. Come on now. These people know what. These people, that's just in the village. All the tail beasts have somebody being mean to him. He can tell them to stop, but that don't mean that's going to stop when he not around. He ain't say nothing mean to him. Mug's talking about all this stuff on how the third Hokage treated Naruto, and Naruto ain't got nothing but good memories about him. Ain't too many characters you can walk into the Leaf Village and disrespect Hiruzen Sarutobi in front of them. Like, you can't even talk too much trash in front of Orochimaru about Lord Third. Mugs will fire off you so quick. Go to the ramen shop and say all this comment section stuff about the third Hokage. Mugs will, bah, I ain't hearing this no more. You hitting your jaw for your talk no jutsu. Hey, third Hokage kept the peace, signed a peace treaty, and Danzo felt like they was losers. That's why he wanted to get him out. But everything else is just people's opinions. Well, he was supposed to tell Naruto the truth. Naruto was a whole kid. Folks want the third Hokage to tell Naruto that the reason your parents ain't alive, kid, because this big ass fox demon destroyed them and half of the village, and then they sealed that fox demon inside of you. So every time people look at you, they see that same fox villain that did everything I just explained. Mothers want him to tell that to an 8-year-old? Come on now, where y'all heart at? He not finna tell that kid that. Well, he coulda put somebody to watch him or try to chaperone him or something. He put Kakashi on him. That's like the closest thing to his pops for real until Jiraiya come about. Jiraiya been out the village on his own journey. Writing the books Kakashi reading. Hit the nailer. Cause Kakashi was failing folks. The fact that he believed in Naruto, third Hokage believed in Naruto to even pass the Kakashi exam. Kakashi was failing folks. Hey, plenty of kids got sent back to the academy. 3 kids, 2 sandwiches. And if you share one of your sandwiches, y'all all fell in the class. So as soon as it's time to eat lunch, man, this sandwich fire. I'm glad he said we can't share, because damn, I probably wouldn't want to if I could. Man, let me get a piece of your sandwich. Nah, bro, I know it said grace. You heard what Kakashi Sensei said. We can't share. As soon as they finish their sandwich, pop up on them. Y'all just gonna let y'all teammates starve? Go back to the academy and learn how to be a ninja. Send them back. Hey, you gotta disobey the rules even though you go against the rules. Hey, I'm glad to know that you won't let the rules make you a terrible ninja. Hit the inhaler. Hiruzen specifically put these teams together at this generation. Iruka ain't on Naruto and Kakashi team. Hey, Hiruzen seen something different. And then Muggs had to make sure him being the Nine-Tails Fox, you got a shot-in gun, so if something go wrong, you got to do something. Or at least teach Sasuke how to use this shot-in gun how he need to. Hey, Kakashi a cold ninja, terrible teacher. That's a whole nother video, though. He said himself, I couldn't make it in time. Kakashi had his own grief to get over, and putting that team in his chaperone and supervision helped him develop his character. Hey, the 4th Hokage came to the 3rd crying. He wasn't crying, but stressing the fact on how he seen how stressed Kakashi was after killing Rin and losing Obito, and he thinking putting in the Anbu be a stress reliever, but shit, he got even darker, even worse. He might become an evil character in this show. We got to do something. Mark said, hey, we're going to take him out the Anbu, civilize him a little bit, and see if he can start working with some squads. Hopefully get that youth passion back, let the power of youth explode. Right up, Hiruzen actually put Naruto in a good situation. And let Konohamaru hang out with Naruto. Naruto got plenty of testimonies on how folks used to rub him off or laugh at him or not let their kids play with him. Shit, Konohamaru, hey, you can watch him. Well, Muggs will not talk to Konohamaru or put their hands on Konohamaru like Naruto do. Hey, he lumping his head up in front of him. I don't care who your grandpa is. Bow! To the 3rd Hokage, that's just the Kage kids playing around, kicking it. Hey, Muggs talking about Hiruzen ain't do right because he ain't help Naruto out. Man, what you mean? Naruto got a tail beast in him. You know how many people really want to take Naruto? The fact that he was able to not get kidnapped and lived in peace for those years say a lot. Hey. Then once Hiruzen died, then what? Jiraiya came and took Naruto from Kakashi. Said, let me take him under my wing. I think I can do this. And who Jiraiya trained under? Because I ain't talking about none of Hiruzen's chakra natures, skills, nicknames. I'm just talking about his term in office as a Kage. The way people be treating it is really, yeah, he was not that bad. He let Orochimaru live, and Orochimaru was doing all this, and Orochimaru was a legendary Sonic. Folks really got to take a lot into consideration when killing Orochimaru, because Orochimaru helped them succeed in that war. And regardless of what you say, and then Hiruzen trained this young man. Folks acting like we ain't never seen a sensei get conflicted about fighting his student. Hey, Minato didn't even know that was Obito and still had a stressful day ahead of him. And later on found out and felt broken, incomplete. Damn, I wish I could have done more. You was too late, sensei. You see how Nagato did Jiraiya? Hey, Muggs try to be nice to their students and they students switch up on them. That's not his fault. Well, Orochimaru's still alive to this day. Orochimaru done got away with a lot of stuff. He done skipped past a lot of people besides Hiruzen that done showed him mercy. It ain't just him. Well, he kept Danzo around, and Danzo. People don't understand Danzo had just as much power as Hiruzen. Hiruzen was just a public face, but Danzo was behind the scenes calling shots and doing things on his own too. The only reason we know Danzo is because we watched the show. But in the Naruto world, folks don't know Danzo unless they got something to do with him. Danzo had his own root, his own little culture downstairs, but beneath everybody in the shadows. If Hiruzen would have tried to kill Danzo, it would have been a civil war. Danzo got his own truths, his own alliances, his own pacts and handshakes with people. He knew about the Akatsuki before we did. Mother's acting like Danzo also made political decisions, even though some of his decisions was crazy to us. But hey, it balanced out. Because you got to think, before the Uchiha massacre, she sweet told the third Hokage, the Uchihas was getting rowdy. We tired of talking because ain't nobody listening, so we finna go to the next step. She sweet said, I can use my jutsu to take control of him to hopefully calm everybody else down. Third Hokage said, if you think that's going to work, let's go for it. I believe in you. Come on, make it happen. Danzo's in the same room listening to that conversation. Pulled up on Shisui later on and said, hey, you got a jutsu that can take control of people. Hey, since you want to do that against them, who's to say you won't do that against me or anybody else in the village you don't like? I need that eye about you, fam. Whoop. I mean, logically, from a story perspective, you can control people. How I know you won't try to do that or you haven't done that with me already? I get the, hey, politically, hey, who knows? Danzo didn't care by any means necessary, and Hiruzen did care. He wanted to try to help because he was tired of war. Mug signed the peace treaty to stop the war with the Cloud Village, and then one of the Hyugas, Mug tried to kidnap Hinata, Cloud Ninja get killed. Hey, so Muzz was like, oh, well, he ain't have to let the Hyuga get sacrificed. Neji gave us a whole speech on how his side of the family is literally side characters. Like, they got to go out like this because they was born 1 second later than the other. That's not our fault. Hey, because if the village would have went to war again and Muzz would have found out it's because it's over one Hyuga, Muzz, we done lost everything because one Hyuga, you got to think they tail beast wasn't active. And the tail beast that they did have before Killer Bee got the tail beast, Orochimaru tried to snatch it. Orochimaru the reason that beast is in Killer Bee now. He took it out the other dude. Hey, that's a whole nother story and situation. I'm just trying to say, the third Hokage really did his best on keeping the peace, opposed to all the wars the other ones had to be in. From like, only people who attacked the village in the third Hokage's term was people that was mad at him within the village. Danzo and Orochimaru. But ain't too many outsiders. Everybody else had outsiders they had to deal with. Muzz kept their village looking like Wall Maria. Naruto was safe. If Danzo would have had access to Naruto and Sasuke, it would have been a total different story. Muzz, you got access to a tail beast and 2 Sharingan, man. Hey, Hiruzen definitely kept things safe and sound, and people don't really take appreciation into that. They talking about because he ain't feeding Naruto. Come on, man. These whack-ass reasons. This man is a Kage over a whole village and was keeping peace. Like, hey, when Orochimaru came and took him out, that's when everything changed. That's when the Akatsuki came in. Hey, Itachi had a problem with the third Hokage. I'll make sure I watch Sasuke take care of him. Sasuke was cool. Even though he rebelled a little bit, he was cool. Soon as he died, hey, that's when stuff changed. Feel me? Muzz talk all this stuff about Hiruzen, and he kept the peace. And only the fans got something negative to say. Muzz in the show ain't got nothing negative to say about him. But then a stick up for Itachi. And we done seen plenty of negatives on him. Hey, he done showed his brother plenty of negative memories about him. But he just an angel to folks. But the third Hokage is the bad guy. Because he wanted to keep the peace. Hey, he tried to do the best he can. And as well, Danzo was doing all like I said. Danzo was like that sibling or that cousin that you always beat in video games. Like, you not going to beat me. I'm not worried about you. Yeah, the other people Danzo might be a threat, but Hiruzen not worried about Danzo. Man, get your ass up on my chair, fam. Folks say keep your enemies closer. And at the end of the day, Danzo wanted to be like Hiruzen. I get the Muzz just need to, hey, really understanding the grand scheme of story and more, Hiruzen was not as bad as people make him out to be. All those old heads that's in the Leaf Council also grew up with Hiruzen and Danzo, and they was in the same squad with Tobirama when, shit, this was his last episode. He could have appointed any of them to be Kage, seeing Hiruzen had the best insight, the best balance of trying to keep things peaceful, that will of fire. What? Hey, look, I'm just saying things probably could have been totally different because Danzo wanted to keep that war going. I'm just saying, you see how the Rain Village was moving? Mother don't want to grow up like that. They talking about Naruto was in the hood. Quit playing. You see how Haku had to grow up? Or Kimimaro? But Naruto was in the hood. Come on, man. Hey, I ain't trying to hear that. Hit the inhaler. So this is how I gotta break stuff down on why Hiruzen really ain't as bad as people make him out to be. Even when Orochimaru attacked, he was beating Orochimaru's ass, and he still protected the village. Because damn it, even if you do come back and attack this village, you're not gonna attack this village with the first Hokage, second Hokage, or me. And you can't do this jutsu again. Locked his arms, sealed his arms up. That's the best I can do right now, Well, he should have been able to kill Orochimaru with a jutsu that can do. He just did it on the first and second. Mugs acting like that's not a tough challenge. If you had a dream as a ninja and the ninjas you was fighting against was the first Hokage and second Hokage with Orochimaru behind the scenes just watching, hey, that's a tough battle for anybody. Mugs acting like that's just a simple obstacle to overcome. Hey, I just wanted to have this discussion to say the third Hokage wasn't a bad Hokage as folks make him out to be. And if you look at it from a grand scheme of stories, politics, and all the other things throughout the village, he actually kept a peaceful spot opposed to what the others had their villages going through and the wars they had to endure. Like, lives was lost. That's why Itachi wanted to do what he had to do, even though he didn't want to. Muggs understood. We've been in and out of war. My little brother, I don't want him to see the same stuff I seen. Hey, Hiruzen ain't want Naruto or none of them to really see war like that. Hey, folks did it, so they didn't want the next people behind them to do it. But here all these other people, they talking about he a trash Kage. Because he done did this and he done did that. Come on now. Because Naruto has some spoiled milk. He just a terrible leader for a village. Come on. And like I said, they the only folks with negative things to say about him. I can't really think of too many characters that's going to say some negative stuff about Hiruzen. Even Danzo wanted to be like him on his final breath. Hey, Orochimaru know what it is. Hey, that's still sensei, damn it. All right, in conclusion, ask these people that next time somebody trash the third.